Hey guys, it's Roster1082 and I'm bringing you guys a little bit of a gameplay today and I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'm doing this commentary not knowing what video I'm going to use. I'm just going to try to wing this commentary. Like, I don't know, I'm not going to wing it, but I got a little bit of a something that I want to talk about, and the gameplay is just going to match how long it takes me to do this commentary. So what I want to talk about today is the Xbox 720, the Durango, whatever you want to call it, next generation of the Xbox. So I've been looking into rumors today, and some things that I've learned are a little bit different than what I've been hearing, and I just kind of wanted to share it with you guys to make sure that maybe you guys are well informed. I know a couple people have asked me a little bit about it, and I haven't really looked up too much, so I went and looked up a little bit today. This is all from one source. It's from expertreviews.co.uk, and basically they have a big old list of stuff that's rumored to be coming out and rumored to have in the Xbox 720, Durango, whatever you want to call it. So that's the two names that everybody's referring it as. Xbox 27 is more of a community thing that they're referring as, just because it's what it is. But apparently, the code name in the Microsoft Nation is the Durango. I'm not sure why, but that's basically what they're calling it. So the there's some features that maybe not everybody knows about, and some features that a lot of people know about. I know a lot of people have learned about like what kind of processor and stuff's going to be in it. It's going to be a 1.6 gigahertz, 8-core AMD processor. So I'm assuming what that means is it's not an actual 8-core. Like what way processors work is they hyper-thread, and the threads are what they call cores now. So it's really a 4-core processor, but it's got 8 threads, so they call it an 8-core. Because right now, one of the best processors is like $1,000. It's an iCore 73970X, I believe, and it only has 6 cores, but it's hyper-threaded to 12 cores essentially. Um, Sorry if I lost you guys there, but I've looked into it a little bit. I've been looking into building a new computer and everything, so that's where I was with that. And so it's gonna have 8 gigabytes of RAM, pretty much standard. I don't think. I mean, if you get 8 gigabytes of RAM into your laptop, there really isn't much you can't do with it. If you're going anywhere higher than that, you're looking at 16 gigabytes, and that's a little bit out of the normal person's range. And if it's a little bit normal out of the normal person's range for 16 gigabytes on a laptop, then 8 gigabytes should be enough for the next, 5 to 6 years, assuming that they release a new one 5 to 6 years from now. If they don't, then I don't know. It could be a problem. And whether or not they do or not, it's just up in the air. But so 500 gigabytes of hard drive space that's rumored to have. Depending on how they want to do it. If they put an SSD card in it, then it's not going to have 500 gigabytes of hard drive space. But if they put a normal hard drive, like a 720 RPM hard drive in it, and it works fine, then 500 gigabytes seems kind of small. The SSD card would be quieter, run a lot smoother, and it's a lot smaller. So a 500 gigabyte SSD card's like $1,200. So there's no way that that's going to be in there. So maybe they'll put a dual hard drive, or yeah, dual hard drive, an SSD and a 1 terabyte hard drive or something like that. That would be really nice because it's rumored to have a lot of game, like in the next 5 to 6 years. It could be strictly, downloads. So that me personally, if I can't, and that's one thing, they're not gonna have games that you can actually return to GameStop or anything like that. It's gonna have more and less than likely, or whatever the hell I just said, more likely have a code that is attached to the game that you have to enter every time that you buy a new game, and it'll essentially tie that game to your console or your gamer tag or PSN or anything like that. That's probably going to be the same way with the PSN. They're wanting to get rid of the middleman. They don't want to be able to have somebody go pick up a game for, I don't know, 50, $60, at, or not even 50, 60, well, for Call of Duty anyway, it's like 55 bucks for a used game at GameStop right now. It's really ridiculous, and I mean, in my opinion, that's ridiculous. But that $50 that somebody spent, then the developers could have had that $50, but instead they lost that to GameStop and other companies that do that. So that's one of the reasons that they're really, really, really wanting to get rid of the middleman so that they can make more money, which in some ways can be a good thing for us. If they're making more money, they can release more games, better high quality games. And I mean, in my opinion, I don't really so much get rid of my games. Like, I've been buying a lot more digital games here recently, and I don't know. Like, if I feel like I'm entitled to have it forever, then I'll have it forever. But if I don't, then I might sell it. So maybe it's a good thing. I mean, I miss playing like World at War sometimes, and I don't have the game anymore, and I really don't feel like going out and buying it again. So that's basically where it's at, and the GPU is kind of up in the air still. The PS3 or PS4 and Xbox are like, oh, we have these rumored specs for you, so we're gonna change these to this, and it's kind of up in the air. The GPU is probably one of the most important things for gamers right now. The PS4, for example, is rumored to have a 670 GTX 670 by NVIDIA, which is one of the better processors out there right now. And Xbox was looking at I think it was an AMD processor or GPU, and it wasn't nearly as good. So I've heard rumors that it's gonna be a little bit less than the PS4. I've heard rumors that it could eventually change and be more than the PS4. So it's really up in the air right now, and I don't know. It's just up in the air, and if anybody has heard anything about that, what it could be, just let me know in the comments below. And so a development kit was sold on eBay, or was attempted to sell on eBay for the Xbox 720. And of course, Microsoft found out about it, and they probably sued the guy, and he no longer has the ability to make games for them because I mean, he tried to sell their product and it's not released yet. Still got probably another few months at least until it's able to be released. So, and with that being said, he kind of leaked a little bit of information about it. The Xbox 720 controller could not be the normal controller. It could have a integration between. It's not gonna be. So there's a rumor that it could have a touchscreen on it, but there's also another rumor that it could have capabilities to be able to use it on, say, your Apple iPhone or your Android-based phones. So instead of having it completely hooked up to your controller and not being able to use it any way other than the fact that it's in your controller, you could actually use your cell phone and integrate with your cell phone. Say, like on Skyrim, when you want to look at the map or something, you don't have to press select and go through the map and look everywhere. You could like just look on your phone, scroll around a little bit, and then go right back to the game. So that would be kind of cool. I don't know how well it would work in terms of the fact that Android has a lot of different phones that have a lot of different specs and future compatibility and everything like that. Maybe it'll only work for the newer phones coming up in the next year or so. But I mean, they make apps for cell phones all the time, and I don't know. I guess it could be a possibility that they are able to do that. Maybe hook it up like Bluetooth or something like that. Also another thing that was rumored in the development kit was that the Kinect will be somewhat built in. Whether or not it's a internal device in the Xbox or anything like that, it's not confirmed. But one of the cool things that is, I guess, about the Kinect is the Kinect can actually pick up voices, and it can actually determine how many people are in the room at one time, and it could suggest how many people should be playing in the game at one time. So say Bob, Jill, and Freddy are in the room, and they are all wanting to play, and they're sitting there talking before the game starts up. the Kinect could actually understand that there's two guys and a girl, and they could actually suggest, hey, would you like to play a 3-player game on Kinect Sports, or whatever game you want to play? And if not, you could tell it, well, no, you only want to play 2 or 1 or whatever you want to do. And it's rumored to be able to handle up to 6 people at once. So, I mean, the way the Kinect works now, it's maybe a 2 or 3 person game at most. You can't really play really more than 2 people. I don't know if that's just because my daughter is a little smaller and my wife is a grown adult. I don't want to call her bigger, but she's just adult and she's not bigger at all. So, and it doesn't really work with them 2 together. So I don't know if that's just because of that. I've never really actually tried to play the Kinect that much, so I don't really know. But yeah, I don't know. That's where that stands. And the next part is what everybody expected. Microsoft bought Skype. I think it was last year or the year before, and they're pretty much going to make that the default communicating voice, which is awesome. I love Skype, and the only thing I can think of that would put it on a downfall is it's very, very, very easy to find somebody's IP address on Skype. Whether or not that's going to be the same for the Xbox 720, hopefully they'll be able to do a lot of patching and stuff that it's not so easy for people to be able to find out what somebody's IP is and DDoS them, and it's just not a good thing. Ask Woody. He knows all about it. So the price range is rumored to be at about $299. So 299 American dollars, and that is really based on the fact that I've heard many different release dates. I've heard that if you look back at the original Xbox and the Xbox 360, they were both released in November. So there's a lot of rumors saying that it will be released in November, but there's a lot of rumors that say that it could be a lot earlier. So, in my opinion, I think that it needs to be released before November, just because of the fact that there's a market for it, but the fact that it could be released in November could give PlayStation an opportunity to release their system maybe a month or 2 before, which is what I originally assumed that the PS3 was going to, or PS4 was going to try to do, is release the game or the system before. And this is somewhat of a confirmed factoid, is the PS4 is going to be, I guess, marketed better or faster than the 720, because the PS4 on February 20th is going to be doing some kind of release, and I don't know, that could be a detailed release about the PS4. It could be anything. I mean, it could be just a bunch of little circles, squares, and triangles and X's that float around on a screen like they did before. If you guys haven't seen the video, then look up the PS4 February 20th or something like that, and you'll probably be able to find it. And yeah, so I guess I'll leave you with that, guys. I mean, it's going to be a good console either way. Both of them are going to be really good, and whichever one you guys choose is up to you. But I don't know. If you guys want to know a little bit more, I mean, I can try to find something else out. I'm probably going to do a PS4 video, so just let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Cheers, I dedicate this right here to all my non-believers and haters. Y'all doing me nothing but favors. Keep talking, I can't hear you. Someone go get me a translator. It used to get to me, to the old me. Think you could do better than show me. Those who know me least have the most to say. Don't judge me if you don't know me. Whether I'm a billionaire, flat broke, you think that matters? Is that a joke? If you ain't got talent, you really think money will get you anywhere? Nope. Or you wanna play music Monopoly? I've mastered the game, no tapping me. Taking over the world where the money adds up. I'm just passing go, there's no stopping me. I work so hard, I earned it. It's mine now and I'll never return it. I'ma do it so damn big every day my fans confirm it.